Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe.
Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane. And in just a moment, we are going to do a fabulous interview with actress Lisa London. Let's take a look at this fascinating interview, darlings. Welcome back, darlings. I'm TV host, entertainment journalist, Cognac Wellerlane, and I have a very sexy guest today, actress Lisa London. I love her name. It's so fabulous. And Lisa is a fabulous actress. And I'm going to read to my audience. Welcome to my show, by the way. Welcome to my pink kitchen. As you can see behind me, I have a pink kitchen. Everything is
certainly pink.
Yes, it's just like me, darling. So before we get into the questions, I'm going to read to my audience a little bit about you. Okay. Lisa London is an accomplished actress and singer who hails from Palm Springs, California, USA. Lisa has basked in the limelight since a teen. In high school, she was a Bob Hope classic girl and had her own weekly column in the Desert Sun newspaper and interviewed local and international entertainment and sports celebrities for CBS. Oh, you're like me. You like to interview. Very nice.
I do. I'm so proud of my radio and newspaper background.
It's such a wonderful field to be in. It really, really is. And you did it for CBS and you did it for radio. Now, Lisa has starred in many films and TV roles and produced critically acclaimed theater productions. She's also acted in Lisa London is Best Actress nominee for the short film Finding Mama in New York City at the International Film Festival in 2016. Now, my first question to you is what I always ask all the people I interview, is to tell my audience what inspired you to become an actress.
I literally wanted to be an actress from the moment I have a memory of wanting to do anything with my life. And I think it's because of my love of passion and the ability to make people feel with passion was something I really wanted to do. And I love anything to do with the camera, a still camera, a moving camera. I love to be in front of it. I love to take photos. I love the art of filmmaking and photography. And
you like the whole process.
Yes,
but that's the whole process.
My love. And but that is why I always say that film will always be my first love, unlike a lot of actors that say stages, and I adore stage, but there's something about the camera that I love. The combination.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
The technology. Yeah, exactly. But I love it all. There's nothing like a live audience either.
Yeah, there's nothing like a live audience. It's very thrilling.
Yes.
I'm like you. I think it's because I grew up in front of the TV set.
And I love movies. I just love movies. My parents loved movies. My mother,
my father too. My father too.
I mean, my whole family really. I would go to old movies at matinees with my grandmother. So just movies were a love of my family for generations, and especially me.
My father, I tell this story to everybody. My father took me to a movie theater. I don't know. I must have been like 3 years old, maybe. I don't even know. 3, 4 years old. I was old enough to talk. So my father, he took me to the movies. I'm sitting in the movie theater and I see this big screen. And back in the day, in the early 60s, because we're around the same age, back in the 60s, they had the big theaters with the marquee and the balconies and the whole works,
Yes.
So I'm sitting in the theater with that big screen and I see all these big movie stars and actors and they look so fabulous. And I'm like, Daddy, are those real people? And my father said, yes, honey, they're actors. And I said, well, Daddy, when I grow up, that's what I want to be. I
It's
want
so
to be
funny.
an actor.
My first movie was a drive-in movie with my parents, and it was The Prince and the Showgirl with Marilyn
Ah,
Monroe and Laurence Olivier. And apparently, my mother said I literally was imitating every move Marilyn Monroe made, and I was a baby. And it's so funny. Early in my career, I was
do
often
you
compared.
remember that? Do you remember that when you went to see?
I don't remember it because I literally was a baby. I have a very good memory. I remember things at like 3 or 4 years old, but not
Yeah,
a baby. But what's very interesting, when I first started acting, I was often compared to either Marilyn Monroe or Tina Louise, who is Ginger, who is the
you
big,
know, I was
yeah.
going to say you look like Tina Louise.
Thank you,
Now, I
thank you,
never
because I
interviewed
adore her.
Tina. I never interviewed her, but I've met her and
She
I've
was an
seen
idol.
her.
She was an idol, absolutely. But anyway, but when my acting coach, when I decided to I starred in a bunch of movies before I ever had an acting lesson, and I wanted to get very serious and learn a technique and really perfect my craft. And I was insulted that he told me I was like Marilyn Monroe because I didn't think she was considered a great actress. I wanted to be considered like Vivian Leigh or Betty Davis. But
Yeah, well,
now,
Betty Davis,
but the
yeah.
older I get, I
Yeah.
realize what a genius Marilyn was. She
Oh,
was
she was.
flawless. And now when people
So,
compare me to her, I'm like, thank you.
she was an incredible
Amazing.
actress, but they
Yeah,
never made her feel, they never
I
gave
know.
her that feeling that she was,
I know.
all they wanted to do was make her the sex bomb because
I
they
know.
wanted her that way, and that's all they cared about. And the poor
Absolutely.
girl kept trying and trying, and
Yes.
it was like a curse that she was
I
so
know.
beautiful.
I've been very blessed because even with all the sexy stuff I've done, I've maintained my my female empowerment about the roles that I take and choose. And I've just been very lucky about that. And I've always been in the hands of amazing people too. So,
Yeah, well,
and
you
times change so drastically. Yeah.
it has,
Yeah.
oh my God, the acting world has changed unbelievably. It used to be, you used to have to go in on an audition or a cattle
Right.
call or
Right.
whatever. Now
Right.
everything is Zoom. They don't
Everything.
want you to go in person.
No, and the crazy thing, I'm at this amazing, blessed point in my career where everything now is a director hearing about me from another director or a producer. I mean, it's like offer only almost all the time, which is, I know I've worked so hard to make my life look this easy, but it's still a pretty wonderful thing to have that happening now.
Yeah, well, you are, I could see by looking at what I've got here to go by. Now, you've been very busy recently working on film projects. A few of your films will be premiering this year. Now,
Yes.
you just did a film, Bigfoot or Bust, and that comes out on July 5th.
July 5th. And if you think July 4th has fireworks, wait till you see this. I am so proud of this film. It
Tell
was
us
my
the synopsis.
I
Tell
will
us the
tell you. Okay,
synopsis.
first of all, I'm pretty sure I'm accurate about this. It's going to be the first full-blown Bigfoot comedy without any other intention except to make you laugh till you cry. And it's my first film with Jim Wynorski, the legendary Jim Wynorski. Since then, I've done a few more, and I plan on doing about, well, lots more. But I'll get to that in a second. But Bigfoot or Bust is produced by one of my best girlfriends, Becky LeBeau, who we have done till this point, we had done a whole bunch of modeling jobs together and even had a singing record deal together, but we had never acted together. So she produced this movie. She turned me on to Jim Wynorski, who said, I'd love to work with Lisa, but I don't know if we can afford her. And she said, well, she's my best friend. We can afford her. And the funny thing about this is
So
everyone
that's
thought,
how you got cast.
that's how I got,
friend.
that's how I got cast. But the funny thing is everyone thought, well, Lisa, with the films you've done working for Andy Sedaris and Canon Films, they couldn't believe that I had never ever worked for Jim Wynorski. So that was our first, and it is hilarious. You will love it. And I've also got a song that I co-wrote and sing a little bit on the soundtrack also. And it's a great, great film. All the girls are gorgeous and hilarious.
I heard
comedians.
Solomon, who recommended me to interview you, he told me that the film is hilarious from what
Oh,
he was
it's
saying.
beyond funny. I mean, beyond funny.
So
and it's
tell us about your character in the film.
okay. So my character is supposed to be this little cameo, but it kept getting bigger and bigger till I became one of the stars of it too. And just to be, I'm so honored because the other girls that are in it are just so fabulous, and they were so adorable and wonderful, welcoming my role getting bigger and bigger with them. So I play Rusty Reddy, and she's a
Rusty
little bit
Reddy, I love it.
she's kind of what you would call a redneck, but I'm a redhead, so I can be a redneck anytime I want.
Are you
And
really are you really a redhead?
oh yeah, I'm a real, can't you see,
I
freckles,
see.
blue eyes?
I see the red hair.
I'm
I
a
see.
real redhead. Yes,
Wow.
absolutely.
Is
So,
that
yeah.
is that your stage name, Lisa London?
No, it's my real, I mean, it is my stage name, but it's my real name. I've never changed it, even
Wow.
the 2 times I've been married, including this one that will never, ever end. But
So you were born with the name London
Lisa,
is your
yes,
last name.
Lisa London, yes. And I
What
have
a
a funny
name.
story.
That name
Thank
is
you.
fabulous.
My father said with a name like that, I had to be an actress. And also, when I first joined SAG, there was a casting director who was just starting to be a casting director. Now she's a huge casting director with the same name as me. And they first told me I had to change my name, and I burst into tears. I'm 19 years old, and I'm like, I can't change my name. And they said, you're going to have to. And then she, I guess, withdrew from SAG, I think. I don't know how it worked, but whatever she did, it was a miracle for me, and I got to keep my name. And she's now a huge casting director too. And we used to get confused a lot, but it's funny, people, I guess with the internet now, they can always look
A
up what you
lot
look
of
like
people
and all of
take
that.
that name London and they
Yes,
use it as a first name.
yes, they're doing that now too. Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
London or
Yeah,
Paris, because I've interviewed
exactly,
Paris Hilton,
exactly. Yeah,
but they use the London as a first name.
yes, yes, yes,
So
yes.
so now tell us a little bit more about your character. This
Oh,
in this Bigfoot or
she's
bus.
you kind of don't know if she's a good egg or a bad egg all the way through the movie. And I don't want to give anything else away because the plot's so intricate. But the incredible thing about this film, it is 110% all improv. Yes. And you will never know it.
Simon said it's a little bit, it's like campy.
Oh yeah, it's very campy. But what would happen was Jim Wynorski had this brilliant idea to do it this way as an experiment, and he kept saying, we think it's going to work. It worked beautifully. He would set up the scenario so magnificently, and our chemistry was so tight, and the idea of it was so flawless and so simple, and I mean that in a great way, that we could just work on that all the time. And it's really one of the coolest things ever that I've ever done.
And it's going to premiere
July 5th. Yes. And
I mean, tell us where.
Well, it's going to start on Amazon Prime, and there's
Okay.
going to be a fabulous Blu-ray with special features and all of that stuff. And then it'll probably be streaming just about everywhere. And I'm hoping, some theaters at some point, but I don't know how they're doing it because everything
Listen,
got
if it's
so
on
changed.
Amazon Prime, that's a pretty good gig.
Oh God, yes. Oh, I'm so happy. I've got literally about 20 films right now that I star in or co-star in, all on Amazon Prime right now. A lot of them were, I know, a lot of them were done with cinema epic Gregory Hatanaka, and I'm so proud of a lot of those. And there's one I'm in right now called Love Crime, where I play a real like world-weary cop. It was a very different role for me, and I love it. And it's based on the Jodie. Yeah, she's always sexy, baby. If I'm playing her, I can't help myself. But she's a mean sexy.
That's even better.
Exactly, right? But anyway, that's on Amazon Prime and Tubi right now. It's fabulous. And then all the movies I'm doing for Jim Wynorski and Charles Band, Full Moon Entertainment. They're going to be on Amazon Prime and other things too. And I just wrapped Revenge of the 50-Foot Cam Girl.
That's what I want to talk about next with
yes,
you.
Yes.
You were also in the Attack of the 50-Foot
that's
Cam
the first
Girl,
one.
Which is coming out, which came
It's
out
out.
in April.
It's out.
Yeah.
And it was
now,
such
is this a remake of the 50-Foot Woman?
it's based on
fiction.
it, modernized. It's science fiction. It's so wonderful. The special effects are so rad. I mean, they're so good, especially for this low of a budget. You wouldn't even know it. And the second one, but Attack was such a success that they decided to do another one. And hint, it may not be the last sequel either, because they're just getting bigger and better, and the girls are getting hotter and cooler, and it's just an absolute thrill to be in this one.
Well, in the original movie, in the original science fiction movie, I'm not quite sure, but it's some kind of a nuclear thing that happens to her. So some kind of explosion or some nuclear thing.
This is different. It's modernized. I'm not going to tell you, but I'm one of the, there's a
tell us about your character.
Okay, so I play Dr. Lana Rhodes, and Dr. Lana starts off extremely nerdy and uptight, and when she gets loose and she reveals her true self, she gets extremely, let's just put it mildly, she's not nerdy anymore. Anything goes.
Wow.
And it's really, really wonderful.
So
and talk about laugh out loud.
But you're not the one. You're not the one that.
No, I don't grow. Not yet. Who knows what's going to happen in the future?
But you're so one of the. But your character in the movie has something to do with the woman that turns to be 50 feet tall.
I'm one of the stars, and I'm one of the reasons. I'll just put it that way.
One of the reasons. I love it. I love movies like this. I love science fiction. I love funny movies.
Yeah.
The funnier they are, the sillier they are.
I think it's just as necessary. I think it's just as necessary to laugh as it is to go to all those deeper, intense emotions. I think there's a balance, and the world really needs laughter right now.
I mean, I even like to watch that silly one with the dolls. I mean, Chucky.
Oh, the Chuckies? Yes, I know. They're
fabulous. And the other one too, the one with the leprechaun. Oh my God, he's funny.
I know.
That guy is funny.
Well, it's funny you're saying that. I just did another movie with Sally Kirkland, the fabulous
I love Sally Kirkland.
It's called Film Fiend, and it's such a fabulous premise of someone who is, obsessed with those kind of movies, and that's all I'm going to say on this one. But I play a psychic on this one, but she's kind of an edgy psychic. And that's in post-production right now, but I can't wait for that one to come out as well.
Now, you worked with the fabulous Debbie Dutch in this movie. I love her. I love Debbie.
She's one of my absolute best friends.
She came to my house. She's been in my house. She's been in the Pink Palace.
Her house is pink too.
Yeah, that's why she liked my house. I know. She liked my house for that.
Oh yeah. Hers is okay. So Debbie and I have been friends since I first came to Hollywood. We were in acting class together. Then we became very close when I had my major record deal on CBS Sony Records. I was in the pinups, and we would hang out at the Rainbow. And one of the girls in the band, Tegan Taylor, she was really good friends with Debbie. So Debbie would always join us. So all these years, Debbie and I never worked together until we worked with Jim Wynorski on these movies. And then the amazing thing also is we are featured over and over in Balls magazine, which is this incredible rock and roll magazine. You got to grab a copy. It is so good. You can get it on PayPal. It's Spun Cookie Productions. Spun Cookie Productions on PayPal. You can get this. It's Balls magazine, BALZ. It is so well written. It has a little bit of everything in it. Of course, lots of sexy girls and incredible layouts, but it also has featured recipes by celebrities. Everyone from Michael Pare to Debbie and me to it's really cool. And Debbie got me involved with that. So that was pretty wonderful.
Well, from what you're telling me about this 50-foot woman, sort of
CamGirl,
like
yes.
cam girl, it sounds like you're having so much fun,
Oh,
more
time of our
fun.
lives. Yeah.
You're having the time of your lives. It doesn't even feel like work.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, because when you
And
love what you do, it doesn't feel like work.
no, it
It really
doesn't.
doesn't. Now, how long did it take for you to make this movie with Debbie? How long did it take?
Okay, so principal photography and all the low budgets now can range anywhere, believe it or not, from a few days. I've done full movies for David Dakota in a few days. Even his Lifetime movies, I think, are a week or at the most 2 weeks. All the movies I do for Gregory Hatanaka, we shoot 2 at a time. And those are always like, I think altogether they go like maybe 10 days, 14 days. And Jim Wynorski's are the same, about 15 days. Post-production and pre-production, of course, is a lot longer.
I hear people tell me they make these independent movies. It takes them years to make these movies.
Well, if you don't have any money in your budget, I'm sure they just scrape and go. Yeah. But this is a little bit more upscale than that.
It's a little bit. But those are the kind of movies all actors aspire to be in. Movies that have more recognition, and they're on top levels like Netflix and Amazon.
And I've been so lucky too, because like the things I do for Lifetime Channel, of course, are bigger budget, and also I was blessed. Did
you ever work on any of the Hallmark channels? Like, do you ever work doing movies?
I haven't done Hallmark yet. I've done Lifetime quite a bit.
Lifetime.
And I'm
Did you do any Christmas? Did you ever do any Christmas movies?
I've done a couple Christmas movies, and but those were all on Amazon Prime. But I'm hoping, I did a fabulous movie in Texas. The premiere of that actually is a big premiere coming up. In late August. It's a movie called The Author, and it's technically, it could go into the genre of a faith-based movie, but it's basically just an incredible movie about questioning our existence and where we come from and where we go, the afterlife, what is real.
I like movies. I'm a spiritual person. I like movies like that.
I am too. And that could actually end up on the Hallmark Channel and other things.
I hope it does.
Yes, but that's going to have a big movie, big theater premiere coming up. They're flying us in for it. We're really excited. And that's called The Author.
Exciting.
And it's called The Author, and that'll be coming out very soon also.
Okay, now I'm reading here also, you appeared in Dragnet with Tom Hanks and Dan Aykroyd, Sudden Impact with Clint Eastwood, and the TV series The Morning Show with Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon. And
directed by the brilliant Mimi Leader, who is just, she's so rocking it. This woman has literally done more for women in this business just by the fact that she stays in the game and gets better and better. And the morning show broke Emmy records for something right away, getting nominated for Emmys. That's never happened before. It was pretty cool. And I'm in the final episode of season 1. Hope to be back for more of it. Who knows?
You'll be back. But I'm just curious, because I have to tell you, one of my lifetime dreams is to interview Clint Eastwood. My husband and myself, we're such huge fans of him, and you were in that movie Sudden Impact.
Yes.
Did you get to talk with him? Did you get to work with him at all?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Clint.
Okay, so first of all, I'll tell you how I got the part, because this is a wonderful Hollywood story. So I'm at a party in the Hollywood Hills. Everyone was there from, I'm spacing right now. God, why am I spacing on the name?
It was the party.
He directed me in The Doors. Huge, Oliver Stone. Okay, Oliver Stone. Okay, yeah, huge people were there. Huge. Yes, and Joe Himes, who was Clint Eastwood's silent partner, best friend for years. He was like head of publicity at Warner Brothers. He said, "Listen, kid, I'm going to try to get you an audition." He goes, "You're going to have to go through the process. I can't give you the part, but I'm going to get you the audition." So I get the audition, and I was coming from a McDonald's interview. So my hair was in pigtails, had no makeup on, I probably looked 12 years old. I think I was 22 at the time, looked very young with my freckles in full display. And I knew it was playing a call girl, and I'm like very nervous about that. And I say to my agent, "Are you sure I should go in like this?" They said, "Just go. You know, they want to see you today. Just go." I get there, of course, every drop dead gorgeous starlet is there, dressed in full hooker regalia, right? As sexy as they can be. I end up booking the part. It was his return to Dirty Harry. So until recently, it was the largest grossing film in Warner Brothers history. It was my first dramatic role. Not only was he starring in it, he directed it. So he directed me in it. I was on location in Santa Cruz.
Play? You played a hooker?
I play, yes, a hooker that sets it, but my character sets up the entire movie, revealing the bad guy for the first time.
Are you in the first scene?
No, I'm probably like a third of the way through the movie, okay. But you don't know where it's heading until I'm in it. And it's one of the most memorable scenes in movie history because of the way he shot it. It's a topless scene. It starts off where you see me topless, but it was done literally like an old Renaissance painting, the way he lit it. Then the entire scene is a close-up on my face. The entire scene, that's all you see. And everyone would say, it was so horrible how he killed you. It was so horrible how he raped you. It was so horrible how he mutilated you. Nothing was shown. It was like Hitchcock, right? You never really see anything. It was just the way he shot it, the words, the acting between me and the fabulous actor that played the killer. I'm so sorry, I'm spacing on his name right now. But Clint Eastwood, it was like literally one take and said, "I've got it." I got to talk to him a lot because I was on location for about a week in Santa Cruz. So I got to talk to him a lot. I learned so much. He keeps every movie he ever does on budget. He is the most generous director that once he casts someone, he will dig down and get you to bring out the best you can be in the most amazing way where you don't even realize you're being directed. He just steers you. It was heavenly.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
He's amazing. Do you keep in touch with him still or no?
Stupidly, no, I didn't. I should have, but because if you're not in someone's face, no matter how much they loved you and raved about you, they can forget about you. But yeah. I almost did something he did. I can't remember which one it was. It was a Band of Brothers or something, but I was on location in Poland when he was casting it or something, and I didn't get that one.
Well, I just want to also ask you like one more question because we're running out of time, but you are very good friends with Solomon, and of course he referred me to you. How did you guys meet?
I met Solomon at some kind of event, I think, that he was doing, and he was very good
Sunday
friends.
in the City.
And he was very good friends with my gorgeous, talented singer-songwriter, composer, girlfriend, Cindy Valentine. And that's how I met Solomon.
Valentine, yeah.
Yes,
he told me about that too. So now we're going to close the interview, but I want you to tell my audience, where can we go to find out more information about this new film that's coming out?
Okay, super easy. I'm going to give you 3 ways. Yes, Bigfoot or bust. Okay, so all you have to do ever is, first of all, go to my IMDb page, right. Lisa London. Just go to my IMDb page.
Do you have a website? Do you have a website?
No, because IMDb is like my website. You'll see. I have everything up there. And then you can also reach me on Instagram, Lisa London LA. You can always private message me, ask me any question you want, Lisa London LA. And I'm on Facebook. My page is Lisa London Fan, and I always alert people to how and when all my projects come out.
Fabulous, darling. You are fabulous.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you. And all your little pink power.
I think you're a gorgeous actress.
Thank you.
And we're going to follow you on Instagram, and we're also going to go to IMDb to find out more about this fabulous movie. that's
you.
on Amazon Prime, and you were a joy to interview.
You're a
And
joy. And please let me know when you post and
I'm
tag
gonna,
me and all
we're
that.
gonna talk, but first I don't want you to go away yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna sign off, but we're gonna stay and talk for a few more minutes.
All
But I
right, my
wanna
love.
give you a pink champagne kiss,
And I'm blowing one right back.
a pink champagne kiss, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep watching. And we will be back with more celebrity interviews. Keep watching, darlings. Pink champagne kisses.
There's been a bunch of Bigfoot sightings in the area.
If anyone could hunt him down, it's you.
The girls are all getting ready to come tomorrow morning. Getting ready? Are we ready? No, we need to shoot him in the ball.
In the ball?
We're here hunting Bigfoot. We have the big guns.
Well, look at these guns.
But you're some sort of paranormal doctor.
I heard Bigfoot likes big. Let's take off your shirt. Let me examine you.
He was trying to pull my bra.
Hey, baby. Is he coming?
It's been a stressful day. Put on some good tunes and shake some.
I'm ready for my close-up.
There's just too much gratuitous sex.
Damn, he's kind of hot. I love you, Bigfoot. He's got to be out there somewhere.
Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my interview with Lisa London. I certainly did. She's gorgeous, she's sexy, and she is a fabulous actress. And please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is all about celebrity Zoom interviews and fabulous fashion hauls at Amazon, Shein, Rainbow, and Fashion Nova. And I love you all. And again, don't forget to press the notification bell and please subscribe, darlings. Pink champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. I was brought into this world wrapped up in pearls. I love to mingle, though my husband reminds me I'm not single. I meet and greet both the famous and the elite. I ride in limousines, drinking the finest champagne, wearing furs, dazzling diamond jewelry. A girl can't complain. I live the upscale life, dining in the finest restaurants, eating the best caviar for free. And no matter how much I enjoy cognac, ooh, ooh. I said cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.